Welcome back to Backyard Cars, and today, well, we're in the front yard, and we're going to fix on the Motley Carlo's steering column. So here we are, and I know what you're thinking. Didn't you just do a steering column? And I did. On Money Pit, we attempted to fix a broken column and made it 50% better, and then 25% worse. So now it has a key, but nothing else works. Anyhow, I was criticized. They said that video wasn't helpful at all. You don't know what you're doing. And, well, I don't know what I'm doing, but I've done a lot of them. So I do know what I'm doing. So this time we're going to do a video that's helpful. And I'm going to try and help you figure it out. So, to no avail, let's get started. You're going to need tools, of course. You're going to need a flathead screwdriver, a pick, a Phillips head screwdriver, the pulley puller, like a 3/4 inch socket, a bunch of that stuff. And then one of these here. Some people will tell you, this is $15, guys. I mean, 2 coffees, and you have a tool that's going to save your fingers when you get down in there. And I'll show that to you later. Don't skimp. Just go buy the tool. It's easier. So, with that said, go get you your, crowfoot puller. You know what I'm saying? The small one, not the big one. And you get that all lined up here with your bolts, and you take your center bolt out, and and your steering wheel comes off. And I can't show you all that because I have a special steering wheel. It's quick release and security mode. So I just don't have the bolt in it at all. So I just take the wheel off because, well, who needs a bolt? And it's a race car. I think we've been through this before. Makes it fast. So after you've got your crowfoot and you got your steering wheel off, this is where you're at. This is where this tool comes in handy, because without it, you gotta squeeze this plate down as hard as you can, and your buddy's gotta try and fish out the clip and all that stuff. And who wants to do that? I don't want to do that. Do you want to do that? No. $15, problem solved. You just put the right end, this little pin comes out, make sure your little thing's good, set your doohickey on there, right threads, screw it down. It's not rocket science. It's the right tool for $15. I mean, if it was $100 for the tool, I could understand wearing your thumbs out, but fellas and fellettes, if you're wrenching, just twist that down, see that, push the ring down, and now the little pin is clear and your pick comes in to play now. Maybe a flathead screwdriver, depending on how good your clip is. This one looks pretty worn out. Probably gonna have to try and reshape this when we get it out. Normally you gotta use a screwdriver here. Oh, well, that didn't go like I wanted it to. Come on. Yeah. I might have to get the screwdriver out. Ow. There we go. Okay. Sometimes you gotta use a flathead there to hold one side of that little C-clip so it don't fall back in the groove. Once you got the clip out, ring clip, what do you call that? Can you see it? I hope you can see it. It's just, I'll show it to you in the camera when I get it off. It just slides right on there. Anyhow, let's untwist this and let the pressure off so it don't pew off and shoot in our face. Okay, pretty good. Yahtzee, huh? So let me get the clip off here. That's our little clip. Where are we at? Can you see it? It goes right on the ring. Set that down there. Something seems to be missing on this thing. Looks like we're missing all that stuff here too. Who needs a horn anyhow? I don't even think this car has a horn. Oh, it's got a relay. I hear something. But it ain't honking. Okay, back to business. So this clip off, then your horn relay off. You got a spring. I think that's it. Yep. Then we get the fun of disconnecting all this stuff and trying not to break it. It's got cruise control on that lever. And this car don't have no cruise, but this column came from a different car before I bought it. I just continued with making it fit. Normally you would just disconnect that screw and you just pull the lever right out, but this has cruise, so it's on a little pivot over here. So I'm just going to set that arm down for a second, try and keep it out of our way, and continue on like I took it out. Oh, sorry, let me get the screw out of the hazard real quick. Oh, I don't want to turn you on. That never turns out good. That's what happened with the Camaro. I accidentally turned the hazards on too many times, and then it broke. Anyhow, you got 3 screws that hold the actual turn signal switch in, and they're real simple. You're going to see 2 easy, and then you'll have to flop the switch to get to the 3rd one. And if you can't, listen, if you don't understand where we're at, like you need more pictures than I'm giving, you probably are too far, it's over your head, you know? If you got to see every little thing, but if you can, from where you're at, if you can see what's going on here and you're looking at your stuff, you're going to figure it out. But if you're like, dude, what are you talking about? 3 Phillips head screws? Just stop where you're at and call your buddy, Tom. Call Bob. I think Matthews know how to work on cars too. You know, call one of those guys. But you know, if you're a Patrick, John's typically fix things, you know. You're good to go. Oh, I dropped one. Luckily, I don't have too many holes in the floor. Okay. Most importantly, I want you to come out of here without breaking. So we got to go back up. We're going to go up to the other side to get past this arm. Let's see how that works out. Come on. Yep. Mm-hmm. Just how I wanted you to do it. Rotate. Yep. Rotate. Rotate. All right, I'm going to need a little bit of wire here, guys. Feed me. Come on. Yeah. I don't want to pull too hard. Well, it's old wires, you know, 1972. I can't do math very well, but okay, so your wire is going to run all the way down here to the plug, and if you get everything set up just right, they give you just enough room. You got to pull on it, but be careful, you know, don't go He-Man in the thing. Just try to get you as much of that wire as you can. Be gentle, quicker but gentle. Oh, I don't know what to do. I need a little more. Get just one more. Okay, there we go. We're in. We're in. See? Crisis averted. Let's just try and bend those wires right there. Just, yeah. Okay. I'm done. Bree, that was the worst part, fella. So once you got this down, you got to get in here and turn your ignition on and push the little clip in so that you can get your ignition out. Ignition's out. Then you take your Phillips head and you get your 3 big bolts out of here. Screws, whatever you want to call them, that holds this cover over. That should allow you to slide your mechanism on. Should, I say. Are you going to get enough to get where you want to get? Probably not. Can we just get you out of the way without breaking? Oh, yeah. Okay. You got to take this spring out. And then I got to pop these 2 pins out. I can get to one right there. What are the chances the one is the only loose one? Oh, I can get to another one right there. Well, that was super loose. I wonder if I could get something on them. I thought they were Torx heads, but they're not. They're little like nut and bolt. 5/16. The thing is, I don't know if I got the correct threads for these side pins. That don't seem right. That is definitely not right. Yeah, see that? Too much. They make a little tool that you can put on there and twist and pop those pins out. I don't have that. We're going to go under the undercarriage. Let me grab a 5/16. So guys, I went with the life hack. And I ran that one back down tight. And then I shot through the hole over here. Bam, and I got that one back down tight. And it is secure now. It ain't wobbling. This one up here is probably loose, but I don't have the things to pull these pins out. So, again, we've done a great job. We got it tight. It's going to be good for a little while, and we know we got to get that tool to get those pins out. And we're going to need a column bearing. You know what I'm saying? And go back in here and save this thing right. But we're going to take this bearing out in hopes we don't drop all these ball bearings on the ground. And we're going to lube it up a little bit. Set the bearings back in it. And put her back in there. So let me grease this thing up and get it set back in there, and we'll come back to reassemble. So here we are, new lubed up bearing. Just sliding it down into place. This comes all the way up over that. Yep. That's exactly how that goes. Yep. Just keep on sliding on in there. No issues. Oh, why are we jamming? Don't do that. Don't do the jamming thing. So once those are back in, now you take your column, here your ignition, there's a groove on there, find the groove on here. Make sure you line it up back close to where you were. And then just jam it in. Make sure it ain't coming back out. Alright. Ignition's back in. Some of them have a little pin screw you screw in right here. This ignition, or this column is, I'd say mid-80s, and it don't have the pin screw in there. It's got like a little clip up in the thing built into the ignition. You just put a little flat-butted screwdriver down in there and push it down, and turn this to the on position or something, then slide it out. Nothing horrible. And you're just going in reverse. And now once that's back on, you're setting your switch back in. And, you know, I like to line it up kind of where it's going to go, and then grab the wiring harness back there and get that wiring harness pulled back in. Now that's back in, and now you got 3 of the right size screw bobs here to put back in there. Okay. There's that damn train. There's no freight even around here. Just every now and then this train comes through, laying on the horn piece. Okay, that's an awful long screw for that. Alright, connected. Switch, blinkers work. I guess we could put this back in. Okay, got lucky, they still work. Alright, so now we're just back to putting our cone dogger back on here, the Fu Manchu. Wonder if I clean that ring up a little bit back there. Make the horn button work a little better maybe. Oh, I see, the button's broke, so I don't have a horn because of that. Great. I got somebody calling me on the telly. I heard that bzz, 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 bzz. Pressed all the way back down. So I pushed her back on. I got my clip back in there. And now we're going to release it and see if we make a difference. Well, hopefully that doesn't pop off in my face. We're going to call it. Now, oh wow, much better. Let's put the tilt back in. I wonder if my horn works. I hear the relay clicking up there, but the horn ain't going beep beep, which is a good thing. It means I just need this button with the actual thing sticking out, so when I put the correct wheel on it, my horn will work. And for now, where are my wheels at? Kind of turn that way. So for now, the wheel kind of go on like that, huh? I think that's too far. But look at how tight that is now. Man, if I had the steering wheel bolted in, there wouldn't be no wobble. My steering wheel has a little bit, but the column is tight again. Get it nice and straight. Look at that. I'm going to call that a repair. Steering column fixed. Does it start? Let's make sure it starts, because if it don't start, it's a failure. One correct steering column repair. From here you'd put your nut back on there and boop, the old joker back down and hook your little horn button back up and put your fancy little center cap back in. But I'm broke, I don't have all that junk, so I'm finished. I beat you. You still got 30 minutes. I'm cleaning up my tools. Who's the smart one now? Yep. Well, I think that's it for the steering column repair. How to, not how to video. I just got notified today by text that the head bolts for little Jane are on the way. They'll be here Wednesday. So I can put little Jane back together if I can remember where all the bolts went. You know, a month later. month and a half later, however long it's been. All right. I appreciate you watching. Go down there, like, subscribe, and comment whatever you feel, good or bad. Please, good, bad. Maybe you hold that to yourself. See you next time.